I still don't see it on YouTube. The heck?
You don't see what on YouTube?
Us.
Us.
I just connected.
Oh.
It should be on now.
All right, I just heard.
Sorry.
I'm just going to mute myself.
I hear no sound. Hot. Yeah, we're a little off. Whatever. Well, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Yeah, we'll be getting in there in a minute.
Blast off, you suckers. I tell you what. Oh, I'm hot. Coming in hot.
Wow. Yeah, we are
Yeah.
off track tonight.
I will start it a little later. I'm sorry, a little earlier next time.
Yeah.
Oh, 30 seconds. I don't even
We're
know.
we're
Oh,
new at this. This is we have not been doing this for 3 years.
No. 3 years.
Wait, we have.
3 years. Speaking of 3 years, look, I was going to go into something else first, but I said 3 years. 3 years ago yesterday, the one and only Michael Doc Thompson passed away yesterday. 3 years ago yesterday. So,
It's crazy that it still hurts, man. And
yeah, it's sad.
not just
I don't want to bring the
because-
show in on a downer, but
No,
damn.
but it's not like, I mean, like it's not like we all knew him personally, and he was still part of our lives every day,
Yeah, he was mine.
and he used to make us think every day, and food for thought, and yeah, I really miss that.
I could completely understand that. Really can.
But I am really thankful for all of you guys, all of our listeners, for hanging around to our shit show.
Well,
We appreciate it so much.
what else is there to do?
Yeah, it's true. It's Sunday night.
You know, I'm sure people have other things to do besides hang out and listen to me jabber all night, and you guys carry on a nice conversation. So,
Yeah.
okay, I guess I'll get back into it since we were derailed from the get go.
I know. It happens.
My weekend, that weekend was good actually, but went to Walmart.
Uh-oh.
You know, I kind of wonder. I don't wonder, I guess, but maybe it doesn't surprise me why. One reason why our country's just going down the shitter. When you stand in line and like you look at all the cashiers look like they're in slow motion and don't give a shit.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. You still have cashiers at your Walmart?
Oh yeah, we have a lot of them, and we have self-checkout. And normally I go to the self-checkout because I want to get out of there, but we didn't, and that's okay.
At ours, there are exactly two, count them, two real live people that are not always there. Everything else, there are 15 other self-checkout stations. 2 cashiers.
And speaking of 15, aren't they getting paid 15 an hour? To
Probably.
not give a...
To not give a shit. Yeah, I'll say it for you.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't fuming mad, but I was quite irritated
What were you irritated with? The lack of enthusiasm, the lack of customer service,
Yeah, customer service.
or people having a job and looking like they're miserable?
Everything, all of the above. Honestly, I'm watching, and you know what? Look, it's like Bobby told me. She's like, "Wow, it is written all over your face." and I don't care at this point. I tried. I didn't try to hide it at all. I don't. But it just, the longer I stood there and the longer I observed, I thought it was just this cashier, and I'm like, my gosh. So when we go to the other cashier, oh my gosh. And then I stood there and I'm looking up and down, where all the checkers are, the cashiers. And I'm like, not one of them gives a shit, and I don't know. Look, if it's one person, two people, yeah, I'll give them you may be having a bad day, but not one person. They're like,
So
just
if
whatever. Beep.
if you had a binary choice given, so if you had one that was like that but really super chatty, or hi, how are you, and then did everything really slow,
it's not about being chatty.
Or would you rather have somebody that doesn't have any emotion, just checks you out? And
not what I'm talking about.
No, I know, but
nope, I don't give a shit if you talk to me or not. If you do, that's great. But that's not what I'm even upset about. They didn't give a shit about getting people out of that store. They didn't give a look, these people want to leave. You don't care.
I find, so you're all the way up there in Illinois. I'm down here in Mississippi, and it's the same. It's the same here
right.
with Walmart.
It's not a Walmart. It's not a Walmart thing. It just happened to be at Walmart. And you look, and people do not give a shit about their customers at these stores. Now, I had we did a couple things. We got a couple things at Walmart. From there, we went to Olive Garden. Not a great, not a fancy place, but I love the zuppa discount, the soup, salad, and breadsticks. I can't. I don't care who you are, dude. If you don't love that, and it's unlimited, right?
Yeah,
it's good. I can't get enough.
They do have a good house wine, I have to say. Yeah. Their Chianti isn't bad.
I haven't had that.
Except when he comes out at, you've been here for an hour. You gotta go. Oh, wait, that's Chinese.
I know. Wrong restaurant.
You've been here for
What's the matter, you? What's the matter, you?
What's the matter, you? You've been here for an hour or whatever.
But the difference, look, the people at Walmart, they know people are going to go there. They're going to get what they need and leave. Okay. They don't care how the people who work there, and this is a blanket statement. So anyone who works at Walmart or used to work at Walmart, yeah, I'm talking to that one chick I know.
Is Rocky in here?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
I can't.
You too.
I can't see. Okay.
It's just a blanket statement, and I'm using Walmart as the example for customer service. So it's not directed. You know what I'm saying.
You're talking about where we are as a society right now.
Yes. And
kind of like the zeitgeist of what's
our
going on.
Work ethic. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't go to every every place of employment, because I go into the Waffle, the
Chick-fil-A.
Olive Garden.
Oh, yeah.
Directly after, right? And completely different. And part of that,
that's because when you're there, you're family.
Sure. You walk in and everybody's cheery, fine, but that doesn't have anything to do with how quickly they get things done. Now, the difference in my mind is, someone, if they know, correct me if I'm wrong, they make less money the slower they go.
Yes,
right?
Yes,
okay.
They work for tips.
Well, not just that, but look, the more people they can sell to in one day, and I completely understand that. But you still should give a shit. Can you even look like you give a shit when you go to your job? Put a smile on your face, and yes, maybe even say, "Hey, how are you?" But no, you don't even make eye contact with me. You literally you're just looking down. You're kind of beep.
Hey. Do you think that maybe it's because it's not like a meritocracy anymore? If they get paid really well now instead of minimum wage, then they're not. Walmart, this isn't fact. I mean, I'm just spitballing here. So maybe because they have such a high wage now that nobody gets a promotion for good behavior. So they're like, well, why do extra if I'm not going to get recognized or rewarded for it?
I have no clue, and I still don't care. Because, okay, there are people out there who believe that, and fine, I'm not, look, I don't disagree with them, but there comes a point when I go to the self-checkout, and I don't care. Look, you don't give a shit about me. I don't think you give a shit about your job. How about I just go over here? How about everybody goes through the self-checkout, gets out of here quicker, and then you don't have a job. And that's why people they will stand in line to keep people employed. And I'm not against that. Don't get me wrong. But maybe you should be thankful to have a job. Thankful to the people who still support you and wait in line far longer than it would take to run through the self-checkout because they are concerned about you keeping your job. Maybe you should care about that.
Well, you can't instill that in them. Like
no,
they
can't.
They don't understand
It's
because
not an employer thing.
They're not working on their merits. They're just
not,
and they don't care regardless. But
maybe that's
a lot of people stand in line because only one of those cash register checkout lanes sells tobacco.
Well, all the lines were full.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I know here there's only one that would sell like lighters, tobacco, whatever.
I will go to the YouTube, our Off Track Syndicate YouTube, where I see Miss Rocky Lee.
Timothy Ratliff just had a birthday, right? Oh, sorry.
That's right.
What?
Timothy Ratliff.
Yes. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Was that last week?
No, it was yesterday or the day before.
I lost my place.
I'm sorry. Somebody were reading.
Rocky Lee. She used to work at Walmart. She said even I use a self-checkout. I use scan and go and take care of my own shit, bag my own shit. And she used to work there. I don't know. I don't want to put words in her mouth saying she understands. I don't want to say that.
She said it all comes down to the store managers. We had a great store manager before, and the place was awesome. The current store manager is horrible, and even the customers notice it and say so.
I wonder if
Rocky has a lot of information.
I wonder if Rocky remembers me telling her when she was still at Walmart that self-checkout was coming and it was coming fast, and she said,
"Does that bother you?"
I don't think so.
Does it bother you?
I think it's still a long ways off. And
okay.
Bam.
Does it bother you?
What, self-checkout? Yes.
Why?
Because they're not paying those people, which means they could bring the prices down even further, and they're not.
What about pumping your gas?
What about it?
You pump your own gas?
Yeah. Don't like it.
Okay. I was just talking about the prices. You think it makes a difference?
Oh, yeah.
So there's
Okay.
less employees, but the prices still go up. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
So you'd rather pay a higher price and have someone pump your gas?
Sure.
That's how they do it in New Jersey.
I don't want to wait for anybody.
New Jersey, they still have.
That's a law,
They
right?
still do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's a law in New Jersey.
I love that when I drive through there.
I don't care either way. But if they got rid of self-checkout, I don't think it's going to change. This part of this goes to the employer. I would believe that. And part of it goes to maybe just how you're raised. Look, I don't know. I'm going to go back here a little bit. Part of it is who you are. Because everybody there just didn't give a shit. Or at least they didn't appear to. I will give them that. There's a lot of people who might not give a shit and still try. You know what I mean?
It's a new generation.
Well, thank you.
It's
That's
a new.
my point.
It's a new.
But they weren't all young.
It's a new entitlement. Yeah, but that's their environment. Like each store is going to have its own environment and culture. And it's really hard. It takes a lot of character to stand out from the norm. Regardless of money, because they're not getting paid more for doing more. But if they don't automatically have that attitude, that's...
So do you think that's justifiable? Any of that? I mean, we know the reasons.
I am not qualified to say whether or not it's
opinion.
My opinion is...
That's all I'm asking. Look, everything I said is my opinion. That's all this show is.
Yeah, true.
Come on, Melissa. Take a stand.
Take a stand.
Yeah. What's your opinion on it?
F the man.
I'm not making excuses for anybody.
So I think that has to do with the culture of the store and how they were raised, and leadership, the lack of leadership, and like I said earlier, the lack of being rewarded for merit. But you should be nice regardless to people, whether or not.
And once again, I get the nice thing. I just want to get the hell out of that store. Do your job far quicker because you're not even putting an effort into it. Literally,
that's lack of leadership.
They were slothing. That's not a term. They were being like sloths.
It's okay. I like slothing. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to call Webster later.
Please do.
See what he's doing. That old so-and-so.
Tegan Nichols. Hey, how you doing, Tegan?
Yay!
New watcher? New listener? I don't know.
New listener. I'm sorry.
Is Christina here? Oh, Christina might be on Facebook.
No, you don't want to know how many hundreds of thousands there are watching on Facebook right now.
No, Facebook's pretty...
Nights Husseini said, you can't make me be nice.
I'm not asking you to be nice. I want to get the hell out of your store.
That's
my first
you
goal.
don't care about nice. You care about
that
they don't care about their job, and that's making them inefficient.
Missing my point.
It's inefficient.
You're missing my point.
Inefficiency.
Yes, it would be great if you were nice. My first priority is get the hell out of there.
So you're talking about efficiency.
Yes. We literally stood there for 25 minutes. There were 2 customers in front of us. And no, they did not both have full carts.
Do you have a Chick-fil-A up there where you're at?
Yes.
Chick-fil-A, I don't know how it is up there, but Chick-fil-A here is the quickest, the most efficient
their whole
engine I have ever seen.
Yes.
Yeah,
and they're nice on top of that.
Yeah, and their chicken is way overpriced.
Chicken too tasty.
Really?
Though.
You don't just pay for chicken.
No, you pay for the quality.
To get the hell out of there
service.
too. You're paying for service.
Yeah.
And look, you get what you pay for.
So you guys were here last year, a little over a year ago. We went to Best Buy, right?
Uh-huh.
Right next door is Chick-fil-A. Nowadays, around lunch between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m., they have 2 lines now, and they're wrapped around, and it goes up Highway 49, and you're still going to get out of there in 10 minutes or less.
I literally feel like the person working at Walmart right now. I just don't give a shit.
Well,
that's how I feel.
That's probably how they feel too.
So did you do anything actually fun this weekend? Did anything bring you joy? A tear to your eye? A little spring in your step?
My wife bought my Valentine's present early.
Ooh, what is it?
Do I have to? I don't think this. I don't think.
Well, you brought it up.
I just got my Valentine's present.
Can you stand up and show us?
No.
Sean, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I'm just reading a comment from Erica Sauer. It says, "Damn it, Nee, you triggered sensitive whiskey." I have no idea what Night Husseini said, so apparently he didn't. I didn't read anything he said.
He said, "You can't make me be nice to people."
Oh.
And Brian.
No, that didn't trigger me.
Brian is nice and efficient. You can pick what you want, but you can't get both.
That's right. Anyway,
you can be right or you can be happy.
Yeah. So after Olive Garden, which was a great experience, and we were stuffed.
Of course. So after they rolled you out of the Olive Garden,
the tour of Italy, which was good. Went to see a new movie called Moonfall.
Um,
I am not giving anything away, but there are some things in that movie that are out there.
what do you mean by out there? Dumb or
Some people, no. Some people are going to be like, "Oh yes, that's not just a movie. That's true stuff."
oh, like
Rabbit
it's
hole
going to
shit.
generate conspiracies where
Yes.
conspiracy theorists are going to call it a documentary.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, it was. Some of the things I'm like,
Were you at least entertained though?
oh yes,
That's the
absolutely,
important part.
absolutely entertained.
Okay.
I'm not criticizing the movie at all.
What?
Moonfall,
Moonfall.
and don't ask me. Holly Berry's in it. I know that much.
Love.
And I didn't recognize her. I did not recognize her at first. I'm like,
It's
who
been
is
a
she?
minute since we've seen.
Yeah. In the beginning of the movie, she seems like she may have put on a pound or two.
Oh my God.
No, she still looks good.
Oh my
Don't get me
God.
wrong. I didn't recognize her face. And I'm like, oh my God, that girl sounds like J-Lo. And then I realized, actually, Bobby said, it's Halle Berry. I'm like, oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? Huh. It's been a minute. But it was entertaining. But, yeah. Just some of the things I'm like, no, that's just not how that works. You know?
Kathy
Kathy,
Berg
yeah.
said Idiocracy is now a documentary.
That is a fact. I don't know.
She also said, Kathy said that Olive Garden isn't allowed in New York City, and I can see why. It lacks authenticity.
Well, sure it does.
It's a
But
chain.
I don't care what anybody says. There's soup and salad.
I
Yeah, it's
love
good.
their salad dressing. I've been on copycatrecipes.com just to try to copy their salad.
Salad.
Yes, and they use lettuce in their salad.
Ooh, the lettuce.
Yeah, they don't have any gratis in it.
So do they put tomato or tomato?
It's tomato.
Tomato. That's
Yes.
must be organic.
No, organic's a bunch of bogus bullshit. I don't
It is.
because the organic farm is next door to the non-organic farm, and the wind always blows the wrong way.
There's no
so,
such
hold on.
thing as organic in the sense that people think they're getting a
No,
better
there's not.
food.
There
There's
is
no
not.
such thing.
No, and I personally don't taste any different. I've eaten it, but
So Moonfall.
yes. Yeah. What do you want to know? I can't tell you a lot.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're assuming we're all gonna run out and watch it now. So
No.
there has.
I hope someone does.
So there's a conspiracy.
Okay, I'll just
it
tell
could
you.
create a conspiracy. Holly Berry's
No.
in it.
I will tell you this much. There is a something that makes the moon go off course and come closer to Earth.
Oh, okay. That's kind of like Don't Look Up. Well, not kind of like
No,
Don't Look
no,
Up,
no,
but
right.
maybe in the same spirit.
Yeah. But no, it's not political. It's action. It's reminiscent of Armageddon.
Oh, okay. I'll put
And
that on
I'll
my
leave
list.
it at that. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Now, I did, however, this morning watch for the very first time The Notebook.
For the first time?
The very first time.
Are you kidding me?
No,
I
I'm
thought
not
that'd be
kidding.
something you had been like eating up ever since it came out.
No, I don't even know when it came out, but I know it's been a number of years. Is it what, 15, 10? I don't have any idea when it came out.
Or maybe 12. I don't know.
But so there's no spoiler alerts in this movie. But,
No, 5 years is the limit on spoiler alerts.
Okay. Well, I watched that movie, and I don't, actually, Bobby pointed out today. She's like, I don't care who you are, man. It don't matter. You're gonna cry, and she's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that movie, that's a pretty heartfelt movie. I like the setting and everything. What started out in the late 30s. Mm-hmm. Right up Rusty's alley, but
Oh,
Yeah, I thought it was
Rusty,
a.
what's in your alley?
Wouldn't you?
I don't know, but it'll cost you $20.
No.
Ah, yes.
Wow. It's a yeah. I enjoyed it actually, and the ending, and I'm like, oh, you kidding me? This is perfect. It was the perfect ending.
You know what else is really good about that movie?
What?
James Garner.
Yeah, I love James Garner, and he doesn't look that good anymore. He does not look that good anymore.
Doesn't matter.
Rusty, would you take us out of here, please?
Y'all stick with us and hang around for the next segment and stuff.
Would you guys go over to the Off Track Facebook real quick and take a look at that?
There's nobody there. I don't know. Whenever I try to look on with this phone, I can't. It'll only show me like the latest 2 or 3 comments. I can't see the history.
You got to tap the screen, and I don't know why mine started doing that too, and it bugs the crap out of me. Anyway,
it'll only show me like the latest 2 or 3 comments. I can't see the history.
You got to tap.
Leslie's never seen The Notebook. Ugh.
I'm not going to tell her anything about it then. Damn it.
No, it's fine. There's a
great movie.
limitation. Yeah. But it makes you feel. If you don't like to feel, don't watch it.
But that's something right there that I could talk about. Dang it.
Just talk about it, Sean.
I am. I'm going to.
Leslie didn't say, I'm definitely going to watch it.
Well,
but
she says, I Googled it, unless they're talking about a different James Garner. He died in 2014. I don't remember that.
Man, James Garner's voice is,
Really?
I vote like the Rockford Files when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I just loved his voice.
Holy smokes. Coming in lukewarm. I just, whatever. I think Melissa's absolutely correct. Getting back to The Notebook, if you don't like to feel, don't watch it, because it might shove feelings right up your throat and out your eyes. I don't know.
So when was The Notebook made? Because Leslie's saying Garner died in 14.
I think it was before my son was born.
Can anybody Google that?
Maybe.
Or put that in the chat. I don't know. It's Rachel McAdams, Ryan Gosling, and James Garner, and I don't remember the lady who played the other. See, if you haven't, his wife, whatever. It's a
2004.
Okay, so it's
wow.
Yeah, it's
so it was old when I watched it. So it's almost 20 years. Look at that math I just did.
Almost. That's math, right? Almost.
Yep, horseshoes and hand grenades.
Huh. Well, guess we can. Never mind. I'm being a pessimist at the moment.
So you want to hear something crazy? I have no idea if my brother is listening, but he, when he told me the story about his adopted mom and dad, very similar story. He told me this maybe, I think 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and I was I was on the phone with him, and I would have a bonfire every once in a while, just me, and I really want to know about his adopted mom and dad, and The Notebook was the first thing I thought of because it was very similar. Maybe sometime we'll get him on the show and he can talk about it if he wants to. And then everybody will cry. I thought we were a comedy. What the hell are we doing right now?
Yeah, I was going to say, bring the show down further than it already is.
It's harder and harder to keep up comedy all the damn time.
Look what I found. Oh, gosh. I don't think you can see it.
No, I can't. It
What
must
is
be green.
that? Earth water.
Earth water. Fulham earth water. I was cleaning out my drawers the other day. And among other things, one of these fell out. Do you guys remember that? Only the OGs are going to remember what earth water is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
It was a scam.
I think somebody has took that and is marketing it under a different name because I seen somebody doing mud water or mud something, and it looked like all the same type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just throw it in my coffee pot and make some APR coffee with it like Doc used to do.
Yep.
Isn't it a dark color?
It's brown. Wow. It's earthy. Tastes earthy.
Does it taste like a mud puddle? Literally?
It really doesn't taste like it. I really didn't notice the taste. I mean, it was good with coffee, but it wasn't like this, oh my God, I got soil in my mouth. My mouth is soiled. Oh my God. Are you okay tonight, Sean? You seem really uncomfortable.
I don't know. I don't know,
You're
dude.
fidgety. You're a little off track.
I am, and I don't know why. So I'm trying to. I need my glasses. That might help. My gosh.
Right.
Okay. Let's do the food thing, Rusty.
Oh, okay.
You start.
McCormick. Everybody knows McCormick's, right?
Ice Company?
No, not. Yeah, Spice Company. Yes. They were founded in 1889. Probably everybody in here might have some McCormick's in their spice rack.
I have McCormick anus in my cupboard.
Oh, okay. Founded by Willoughby McCormick in 1889, who started out making root beer and fruit syrups, and from there, through a series of acquisitions, became a major player in the global spice trade following the Great Depression. McCormick has, in recent decades, continued to fuel the expansion, scooping up Old Bay spices in 1990 for $12 million and Lawry's in 2008 for $604 million.
I love Old Bay on my crabs.
I'm sorry, you have crabs?
Just the blue ones.
Just the blue.
Wait. I see how it is. Bobby. She said she forgot. What? Really?
Okay, that's okay.
Did
everybody else?
Sorry, go ahead with your.
In 2015, they acquired. They started to go into the saucy part of the food industry by acquiring Stubbs barbecue sauce for $100 million.
Stubbs.
Frank's Red Hot and French's mustard for a whopping $4.2 billion in 2017.
Are you shitting me? I had no idea that all of this was under a McCormick umbrella.
Yep, and Cholula for $800 million in 2020.
I like Cholula.
Cholula is a good hot sauce.
Got the wood cap on it. The wood ball cap.
Oh, gotta have the wood.
Yep. So why hot sauce? Why the saucy market? McCormick believes that the ketchup of the next generation.
Hold on. I'm going to interrupt. I know that was a typo, but that's hilarious. The Facebook chat.
I can't see the Facebook chat.
But I can't see it.
She said she forgot, and I laughed. I said dork, and she said I was banging Dr. Phil. I think she meant binging.
Oh Lord.
Yes. I got you, baby.
That's a lot of issues.
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
They believe that hot sauces and sauces are the ketchup of the next generation, and believe
that's been a thing already.
Huh?
hot sauces and stuff. It's been the ketchup of the next generation for 25 years.
Hillary Clinton keeps it in her purse, for F's sake.
Screw no, don't do that. Forget Hillary Clinton.
They are trying to wrestle the condiment crown from Kraft Heinz. And
What?
Oh.
Why is she sorry?
Okay, so McCormick and Heinz are two umbrellas.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, they're trying to
I'm supposed to tell you sorry, but I don't know why. You, Rusty.
So Kraft Heinz isn't going down without a fight. The condiment behemoth has been experimenting with a new line of flavors called mashups,
Ooh,
which the new mix. Some of the new mix flavors include Buffalo Ranch, buffalo and ranch dressing.
See, I mix that.
Yeah, I
go
made
ahead
chicken
with your
dip.
thing, because
Honey racha.
Ooh, yeah.
That would. I have that. I have Serrano honey vinegar. Remember from that place, Sean?
Yeah. You don't know.
No, he's
Which
not
place?
paying attention.
Which place?
Past Christian olive oil and.
Oh, the
vinegar
olive
place.
oil. Oh my gosh.
The Serrano honey.
I so want to go back there. Actually, can you order stuff online there?
Yes, you can.
And they'll ship it to me?
I will give you the. Yeah.
Can you send it to Bobby?
I'll send it to Bobby for sure.
Because oh my gosh, that's like the best olive oil. I've never seen an olive oil store, but oh my gosh, what the popcorn, was it butter popcorn or no, just butter? Holy crap!
Yeah, amazing.
The flavors they have is amazing.
Yep, and I buy their salts too. I got black truffle salt and lime salt. Great for drinks. Like
That
even if you
sounds
just want to put like you want vodka and ice or something or rum or whiskey, just good. So good. Ooh, Chipotle Ranch, Kathy in the Berg.
Yeah.
So the Buffalo Ranch, is that what you call it? Buffer Ranch?
Buffalo Ranch is the working name now, but yeah.
Whenever I order a tenderloin, like you go to this place, the restaurants, to get the big tenderloins. I get it with pickles and onions, and I order a side of buffalo sauce and a side of ranch.
Oh.
And I cover it. Oh, let me tell you, it's a thing.
Have I made, I don't
So
know.
good.
Did I ever make the chicken dip for you guys? The Buffalo Ranch dip?
I don't know.
Oh,
Possibly.
son of a.
I don't know. Oh no, I've only been there twice now.
So, have you ever wondered or have you ever noticed that you can't find or buy grape ice cream?
Oh,
Sounds like wine.
it doesn't sound good.
Wow.
Well, you like grape popsicles, right?
But that's not
Purple.
cream.
They don't, it's not sherbet. There's no grape
Purple
sherbet.
cream. I was in a band called Purple Cream.
When you think about common fruit flavors, grape is probably one of the first to come to mind. But
No.
as common as it is in candy and popsicles, it's nowhere to be found in ice cream. Weird, right?
It is. A grape is, oh shit, I'm out. But that's
You
what I was
ever wondered why you can't find grape ice cream? Well, it's a grape question.
Oh,
Gosh.
There are legitimate reasons for it.
I'm
The
hanging at
first
the end of my
has to
vine.
The first has to do with the fruit's color. Grape contains a compound called anthocyanin. It's the source of the purple pigment. This compound, while a powerful antioxidant, can change how the grape puree freezes. The compound actually breaks down, which affects the color and flavor to an extent. This is why most grape-flavored desserts have food dyes.
Oh, artificial coloring all the way, yeah.
This acidic nature of grapes makes them tough to ice creamify, if you will.
Ooh.
I
gotta call Webster about that one too.
Ice creamify.
Ice creamify.
Don't be screaming anything.
The acid in the grapes, when mixed with dairy, causes a chemical reaction and makes it spoil pretty quickly. So the acid must be processed out of the grape juice, which, while achievable, is a difficult step that other flavors don't have to take. So that's why it's not impossible. It's just not monetarily beneficial.
I just can't imagine the grape flavored ice cream.
Ooh, Erica, good point.
What?
Rum raisin.
What about rum raisin?
Raisin is a grape.
Oh,
An elderly.
Yeah, but it's
elderly
gone
grape.
through a chemical process, or not a chemical, but
Better
a drying, which is
is that an ice cream flavor? Rum raisin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that kind of sounds good, but just when I think of grape flavored ice cream, I guess I think of
Do you think
like Welch's grape juice. You know,
the white grape juice is fantastic? That's this
I love white
this
grape
particular white wine that I'm drinking reminds me of white Welch's grape juice.
I almost had wine last night, but I did not. Sorry,
but-
why am I yawning?
But grapes, there are so many, especially with all of the GMOs and stuff. We have so many different kinds now. I mean, we have like the white grapes, muscadine grapes, red grapes, cotton candy grapes, which are fantastic.
Wait, what is a cotton candy grape?
Oh my gosh, it tastes like. It is so sweet. It tastes like candy, but not as sweet as candy. But they're called cotton candy grapes, and they're so good if you can find them. I can't remember when they're in season, but they're so good.
I don't think I've ever heard of them. And if I have, I know I have never had them. So,
Check it out, because grapes are free in the grocery store.
as long as you
Go to the
eat
produce
whole-
section first.
don't eat the whole bundle. Or
No.
whatever, the whole bunch, excuse me.
So
Bunch of bananas.
for the food, still on the food portion, today is Pork Rind Appreciation Day.
Hell yeah!
No. Say it correctly. It is not pronounced pork rind. It is pronounced chicharrón.
Chicharrones.
Chicharrón. Don't tell me no different. It's chicharrón.
Celebrated every year on the first Sunday in February, coinciding with Super Bowl Sunday. Really? That ain't this Sunday, is it? It wasn't today.
No, it's
No.
next Sunday.
Next Sunday, I think. I don't know. I'm not watching.
Do we
that.
have a lot of NFL people here? Are we going to have a
Probably
show
enough
next Sunday?
that we could take a night off. Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, this year it
Can't-
takes place on February 6th, so yeah, it's a week off. Did you know that there are over 300 food holidays to celebrate?
Today is February 6th, Rusty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This year, it takes place. It doesn't coincide with Super Bowl Sunday. It usually coincides with Super Bowl Sunday.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, Timmy the pilot likes the peen. He wants a bottle of
The what?
peen. He likes the peen.
Pinot Grigio.
That
Or-
too.
Yeah, that too.
Huh.
While you're him hauling around looking for something else there, Rusty. You and I earlier today. I don't know where it came from. It was brought up by someone. French toast waffles.
Oh yeah, that was me.
I immediately am like, oh, hold on. I'm texting.
Son of
Can we have French toast waffles next weekend? Because that sounds amazing.
I
Yeah,
want to
so you-
slap my mother right now. That sounds so good.
Yeah, you take waffles and you prepare them just like you would French toast. And yeah,
About
And
3 years ago, I went to Nashville, stayed at this one hotel, and they made banana bread French toast.
oh yes,
oh yes, I've made and I don't think this is anything out of the ordinary. I've made cinnamon raisin bread French toast, right? But then instead of using syrup, I used sweetened condensed milk and just drizzled it. Not a lot, just drizzled it all over.
Thick.
Yeah, just like I said.
I
not
thought
a
you
lot.
were gonna say you sweetened up some whiskey and threw it on there.
No, I did not.
I've made whiskey bacon,
I
bourbon bacon. I mean,
don't forget that. Hold that thought. So hold on, Rusty. So the sweetened condensed milk, and then I crushed up like Captain Crunch on top of it,
Holy diabetes.
or Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal, even better. Whatever. I like the Captain Crunch though.
So that gives it a little bit of texture and crunch to it. A little bit of that sounds really good.
It was amazeballs.
Yeah.
My son loved it. And what, real quick, hold on, sure thing. So Bobby said you have to buy soft waffles from a deli. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Me neither.
As long as they're not blue, I guess you're good. Whatever.
God.
Right?
No. I didn't know. I didn't know you could buy waffles from a soft. It says soft waffles from a deli. I didn't even know. I've never heard of such a thing.
Me neither.
This girl knows things about food I've never heard.
So
of.
there's a Italian thing. It's a pastry. They're called pizzellas, and they're very thin. It's like a very thin pastry, but they're made in a waffle iron, and they're covered in powdered sugar. And I bet that would be good. You can only buy them at a bakery, like an Italian bakery, but pizzellas or Wandi's.
She says
so I have an idea now.
Which I get that, but
Jimmy the Pilot says Melissa looks so French tonight. Oui, oui.
She's got a little hat. Is that a beret? I can't see.
It's a slouchy beanie. It's super cold here.
Oh, you got your dreads pulled back in there? Or what?
I do. I got my dreads. Yeah.
Got your locks.
I'm so hip. I'm looking to hang out.
Kathy in the Berg says Banana Foster's French toast.
Yes.
See, I love all that stuff. I don't want it all the time. It's because it's so rich, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm sure it's just not healthy. It's like I could go to a restaurant and I could eat like a pancake or French toast or waffle every time, but I know that's not good for me, even though I want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's everybody's problem.
I usually just end up with the norm or somewhat norm. You know, at least my staples are the sausage or bacon or both, eggs and hash browns or some sort of potato, and then I might throw some hash in there. I'm not a big omelet person though.
Kathy,
I love everything that's in it. Just I don't know.
Kathy, you're reaching into my heart right now talking about Zapolis.
What is
I can't
Zapolis?
find them. It's a cream puff with like a Boston cream on the inside and a cherry on top. And it's traditional Italian for St. Joseph's Day, which is 2 days after St. Patrick's Day every year. And where I'm from, the bakeries just are... And I couldn't find them one year, so I called my mom. My grandfather was still alive at that time, so I got the recipe. And I've only made them myself once, but they are so good. Like the Boston cream and this light, flaky ball of a pastry with powdered sugar and a maraschino cherry on top.
So Boston cream, that's
like a custardy
pudding. Oh, I see. I love that. I love Boston cream pie, which I have not had forever. The Boston cream donuts are the best ever. My absolute all-time number one favorite donut, Boston cream. Bam! That's right. I said it. There's nothing better. How do you compare to that?
That's right. Dunkin' Donuts, Boston cream donut.
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better. I mean,
no, there's no comparison.
No, there's not. Rusty? Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Rusty. I forgot. You can't eat any of the stuff we're talking about. You ever had them?
No.
Hey, think of a
Never?
I was going to stop saying hi to Barbara all the time, Gilly.
Barbara?
Oh, she wants a hug. Give me a hug.
Hi, Gilly girl.
Hug. Oh, thank
one of my favorite dogs ever.
It is also National Frozen Yogurt Day.
Froyo.
Froyo, yeah.
You scream, I scream, we all scream for frozen
Froyo?
yogurt. It don't work
No.
right.
It's good though.
It is a delicious creamy treat. Yes, we all love it. Yogurt was first invented 4,000 years ago. And
That
They're like
doesn't surprise
1,000
me.
years ago.
Sure.
They had
It's
cows.
like-
Okay.
No, cows weren't invented yet.
well, they had dinosaurs, but it
Oh,
wasn't.
they had to
until-
milk a dinosaur.
They called it dino milk.
Little reptile teats.
Yeah.
Wait, you can milk a dinosaur?
You first.
No. Well, I couldn't reach it with them tiny little arms.
I can't wipe my ass. My hands.
You know, that's why T-Rex was so mad. He couldn't even scratch his own ass.
I couldn't
Whatever.
masturbate either.
Whoa. No sense of relief coming out of there. Go ahead, Rusty.
There's a whole bunch of, but I done lost the page. So, yeah.
So the ice cream thing, though, I'd never heard of this either. This is all new to me. I didn't even know there was keto ice cream. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, they've got everything keto. I tried it. It wasn't horrible. I ate it. I think it was coffee flavor, maybe.
It's
or
not.
something.
Are you keto now?
No,
Oh, okay. I was like,
but I tried it. I wasn't opposed. I'm not opposed to it. I don't know. I would maybe look if it's the only thing around. I'd eat it. Whatever. Just saying. Yeah. We're coming up on a break shortly, but yeah, I guess we do that. How was your guys' dumb question for you two? Everyone else suffered some weather issues last week.
hey guys, come up with a contest real quick because I feel like giving away a Mardi Gras king cake. Last year I sent to 2 people. And let's come up with a contest or a fundraiser because those it's Mardi Gras season down here, and looking to give away a Italian cream filled Mardi Gras king cake with the baby Jesus. Discuss.
You've totally lost me. I'm like, what's this got to do with the weather? I don't.
It doesn't.
Okay.
I was trying to.
didn't know.
I was thinking about this when we were still talking about desserts, and I forgot to say it. So
Oh, okay.
I was gonna do a fundraiser or just give something away, or somebody win a. We can do like a poll or a quiz or something like that. And
You know what I would rather
I
do?
will send you from Paul's Bakery in Picayune, Mississippi. I sent one to Brad last year, and I sent one to Chris and Tamara.
I think I'd rather have everyone go over to warhorselegacy.org. Mm-hmm. Hit the old donate button up there in the corner and throw a buck or two at them. Because veterans need it.
Yes, they do, and so do their families.
Well, not only that, but it helps all of us. When people are mentally healthier, especially the veterans. I mean,
But when
look
the
what
family's involved, it helps everybody and not just the veteran, which I think is important.
yeah, it's like when you help the families, you're helping the veterans, and then you help the families, which in turn help the veteran.
Exactly.
And vice versa, because whatever the family's going through, the veteran goes through, and whatever the veteran goes through, the family is going through as well, especially if they're a tight bond. And that's what we want to keep. We want to keep the family dynamics very strong in our nation, because really, well, that's what, it's not just our nation. Honestly, it's the world. Can we not have a stronger family dynamic in this world, please?
Well, I have a lot of theories about that, but we can.
We all do. and it sucks, doesn't it?
It really does. I blame the women.
You do? Mm-hmm. I want to hear about this.
We'll talk
First.
about it after.
Yeah, we can come
we
back.
come back.
Yeah, but until then, we want you to go over to Warhorse Legacy Foundation. That's warhorselegacy.org.
Warhorselegacy.org. Give them a
It's
couple
right
of
above
bucks.
Rusty's head if you can't hear us, and you can only see us. If you're deaf and you're just watching our screen aimlessly, you're reading my lips. warhorselegacy.org/donate. How about that? Is that good, Rusty?
Yep.
No. Good confirmation.
Yeah. A stinger.
Please do. Well, it's getting ready to.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go
sound off
over.
here in just a minute.
Kathy is Kathy's tugging at my sweetheart tonight with all these Italian pastries she's talking about. Cannolis. Oh,
Napoleons are
my
made
goodness.
with puff pastry.
Yes.
Wait, Napoleon's dead. I don't know what that means.
You know why he was always like this?
He was holding his taco in his pocket.
He was trying to pick his bone apart.
Oh my gosh, really?
Sorry.
Oh,
I'll leave.
hey, if,
I'm gonna go downstairs.
news flash or whatever to everybody. If you accidentally get if you get a message to me about potted meat in Messenger, it's just spam.
Oh no.
Leave it to Rusty. Where do you come up with this shit? Do you look it all up?
Well,
I can't find any of it. Oh well.
Yeah.
Maybe after we talk about women, apparently. I don't know. Actually, last week's weather sucked for everybody. Not everybody, but a lot of people got hammered last week.
what happened to us on YouTube, Melissa? We're looking at your we're looking at your screen.
7:58 on Melissa's computer.
I heard a ding, and I was afraid that we might have lost something, so I had to go.
Oh, all right. Well, when we come back, apparently we're going to do some women bashing. Well, Melissa is. Rusty and I'll just sit back and listen. Maybe I will ask some questions. And until then, don't go anywhere. We'll be right here.
Tim Paul said, make sure your fingers are warmed up. Huh. Alrighty then, I'll be back.
Oh shit! Do we
I
have
gotta
another
get more
hour?
grape
of this?
ice cream.
Holy hell! I've been through all my shit. I have nothing else.
Well, you just laid all your cards on the table there. You're a shitty poker player, Rusty Lugnuts. You know that was only supposed to be for the three of us, but the world is listening.
No.
Yeah.
About 17 people are.
No, they're not. You forget we are on so many platforms. You're just thinking of YouTube and Facebook. Dude, don't forget the thousands of people that are listening on iHeartRadio.
The thousands, really?
Yes, I'm serious.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Quality.
5:59 on my end. What is she talking about? Huh. I don't know. Lots of chats in the YouTubes. You know what? I never thought of this. If you're watching YouTube on your television, I guess you can't see the chat, right? Because when you watch a video, and like when I watch a video, well, it's not live, I guess, so I wouldn't know. I don't think you can. There's not an option for chat. Huh. Not that you can type on your television anyway. But regardless. Huh. I had to resort to McDonald's this past week. It was the only thing open in the middle of an ice storm. I wasn't particularly happy about that. But it was the only thing open. I had me a biscuit with sausage, egg, and cheese on it. What'd you eat? You eat the
Peanut
biscuit.
butter.
You ate the biscuit, don't you? Didn't you? What?
What?
Yeah. Well, I suppose I could. What? Really? Oops. Something's wrong with my computer. Alrighty. Okay, chat. There we go. It's acting very sluggish. Oh. Coming in hot. Good song, by the way. All right, guys, welcome back into Off Track Syndicate, right here on Mojo 50. Apparently, we're gonna hear Melissa. Why do you blame women as far as the family dynamic falling apart in this country? Curious to hear your answer on this.
I think I've talked about it before, but moms are very important in the family dynamic. Obviously, because they're the ones that have kids. Dads are important too, but it's the roles. It's women trying to have everything, women trying to do everything, and you can't have both. And I know this is very anti-feminist, but you can either work or you could raise your family, but farming your kids out isn't healthy for the family dynamic, because women who, and I'm guilty of it too. I had my kid in daycare his first couple of years of birth and I hated it. But, military, I can't get out just because I got pregnant. So I think when women aren't taking care of their kids, and I know people are going to hate me for saying this because there's a lot of bias, like people are going to be trying to justify themselves and, well, I had to work or whatever. But for the people, so back in the day, the family dynamics are really strong. You had mom was kind of the head of the family, even though dads were out there making all the money, everybody listened to mom. And when moms work and farm their kids to daycare, they spent all of their day with other people working their ass off, and when they come home, it's like you're a parent, but only on nights and weekends. And I feel that has so even into adolescence, when there's not a mom home, when the kids come home from school, they're left to their own devices, and I think moms usually are the ones that keep everything cohesive. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't know.
I don't think. Go ahead, Rusty.
That was a thing. I mean, kids coming home. Of course, you can't do that now. But I remember coming home at 8, 9, 10 years old to an empty house.
Yeah,
Mom and dad both working.
We were latchkey kids. I was the same way. Had a key to the house. I would walk me and my sister would walk to school, walk home, and come home to an empty house.
Yep.
Yeah, I did too. I did the same. I don't remember what age. Actually, okay. Thinking back to being young. My mom was at home for a few years at least. I don't remember having babysitters. I mean, I know my mom worked at the bank, and then she was home for a couple years, and then she worked at the bank again or something. I don't, but I don't recall the years. I was obviously young, but I do remember as a young, like 12 years old. Yeah, I would go home by myself. Which I don't, kids do that these days. I got in trouble because I was doing stupid shit.
Do you know any 10-year-olds?
Me?
Yeah.
Not at the moment, no. I've known kids that have.
How old's Jackson? How old's Jackson?
7.
7. So in 2 years, could you see him coming home after school with nobody home?
I don't know.
Being there for a couple hours. I mean, do you think kids are mature enough these days at 8, 9, and 10 years old?
Sure, it depends on the kid.
I don't know.
I'm not in that position, and I don't. I don't think that's the whole. I mean, we didn't get on the family dynamic,
and also at family dynamics, we travel more. Like women are in the military more, or we're more willing to leave home. We're more willing to leave our culture, our home base, to start a family elsewhere. So there's also a lack of extended family, which is also important. The old saying goes, it takes a village. So for my personal situation, I don't have a village here.
Yeah.
It's just us.
And
it's very not transient, because if I do get friends here, it's only for a little while. So people are leaving the nest, I guess you want to say, or they're not on the Dutton Ranch where you got kids and then you have adults to take care of them or to teach them stuff. And I think this is just the way the society is going.
When there's no one home, look, even if a kid is well behaved and responsible, that's all great. But I think when a child, regardless of age, can have someone to come home to, if nothing else, there's that bond, and not the sense of, I don't want to say abandonment, but just, where's my family? Because we've grown up for centuries, and look, I am all about if a woman wants to have a career, but I also understand that there are not just women, but men as well, because I know some single dads too, but mainly it's women who are single mothers who don't have a choice not to have a career.
Mm-hmm. No, I completely understand that.
Yeah, and it puts a.
But those are all choices we make.
What's a single mom supposed to do to make money?
But that was already a choice from before. Whether or not there was manipulation involved in that, if she was manipulated or whatever, that is the situation she put herself in. She didn't know that at the time. She didn't willfully say, well, I'm going to go into this relationship so I can be abandoned and be a single mom. No, nobody willfully or not. Yeah, nobody knowingly does that.
You don't go into a marriage. You don't go into a marriage expecting to get divorced.
Exactly.
I get it. Or whatever your situation may be. I get that. But sometimes you don't necessarily have a choice but to get out of that situation.
I know, exactly.
And then you have to provide. So however you end up there, yes, fine.
But on the
we still didn't get into the family dynamic of any of this. We're talking about something else.
Explain family dynamic
to me.
Mm-hmm. What are we talking about?
It's a cohesive family.
Which
means?
Seriously?
Yes. Let's break this apart.
Family that stays together. That's very explanatory.
What do you mean stays together?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Seriously, it is a family who is together. How else you want me to say it? That's the answer you're getting.
So a kid that comes home and no parents are there for 5 or 6 hours, but then the parents come home, that's still considered a cohesive family.
Rusty, I am not talking about kids coming home from school. The whole family dynamic thing to me has nothing to do with kids at school or a single mom. It is a family that is together, whether they're working, staying at home. It doesn't matter to me. It's a family that is together, not divorced.
Not divorced.
Yes, it is a family. Is
that what you're talking about?
Together, yes.
Okay, I didn't because there's so many different ways that could be interpreted. That's why I was asking.
How?
So a family that stays together means the kids don't move away, or there's different ways that could have been interpreted. I think.
Well, if you're gonna, how?
Because people can have kids and never be married, but stay together their whole lives, and they're a family.
And they go to the park every weekend, and they go to the movies every Friday night, and have pizza night, and then they go to church on Sundays. You know, that's together.
I'm only referring to families that have stayed together and not gone through the divorce and the whole splitting up and all that stuff.
Okay, so you're talking about marriages.
No. Family, no. Okay, let's just say you're not married. Doesn't matter. A family. I'm just obviously a general statement here.
A genital statement?
Sure, it's a general statement. Go ahead. It's a general statement. I mean, if we're going to pick it apart.
Yeah.
Does it really mean that much different for everyone?
For clarity, it does, because even the idea.
Well, in my mind, that's what it is.
Even just saying the word family is subjective.
Yeah.
The world we live in now, it's subjective.
That's that right there. That right there says a lot. The world we live in now would define this different than they would have. Let's just say 50 or 100 years ago.
Yeah, we wouldn't be asking you these questions.
Is not, look, the family, what I'm considering the family dynamic has fallen apart and been redefined. Right? See, that's the thing. If everyone's defining it different, it doesn't mean anything. It has no meaning.
No meaning to whom?
No meaning in a general sense. You can't just say the family dynamic, because everyone will take it differently. It doesn't hold any specific meaning anymore if it's not one thing. It means something completely different for every individual. Just like, how would I even compare this? I don't even know. Take anything that has just changed so much that it does not have that same definition from everyone that it used to.
What's the definition that you want it to have?
What it originated as? A family.
A married mother and a father with children.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's what we were trying to...
No.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to get you to nail down.
I did. It's a family. That's my idea of a family.
Well,
absolutely. Now, it could be a mixed family. Blended, excuse me. A blended family, whatever. But when you have a mother and father at home, what's the I don't know what the words I'm looking for here. But when you have the, let's just say, the mother and father type situation.
Nuclear family?
Nuclear family, sure. Yeah. I think that it just would make the world be a better place, because kids need it. And honestly, it works. To me, I think it just works better for everyone, the whole nation, the world. There's just so much.
We don't live in that world anymore, Sean.
And that I don't like. It
was gone. Yeah.
Yeah. And look where our world has
50 years ago.
Look what's happened in the big picture.
And it's all women's fault.
Well, see, now you said that.
I did.
That's where we went originally.
And yeah,
and exactly. Why is that the woman's fault? Isn't it everyone's fault?
Sure.
No,
Or as
I
Ray
want that
Donovan
question.
would say, sure.
This is the original question. Why is it a woman's fault that we don't have that world we used to live in?
Because they are taught that they can do both. You can't give 100% at your job and 100% at home. That doesn't work.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but I don't see how it only. Yeah, I don't see how people can only blame women, because the guys have taken just as much part of this, leaving and causing some of these issues.
Because they're allowed to be feminine now.
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about irresponsible dickheads. Let's just say that, who are going, people in general. Now, I'm not even blaming the guys. There are people
Deadbeat dads
out screwing around, doing things with people they don't need to be doing things with.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And guess what? It's going to come back and bite them in the ass. And then shit goes down and no one's happy. Everyone's going through counseling, or, you could just go on and on with all this stuff. Yeah. It's like, don't get into a relationship or a marriage, if you can't predict things. I understand that. I don't know. Just,
yeah.
I don't like the world we live in now in comparison to what it used to be.
Know yourself and that's been difficult. That's the paradigm shift I'm going through. Also, it's a paradigm shift and knowing myself. And that's when I say women, I think back to my childhood, and I thought for most of my life that my childhood was fine, perfect, divorced family, but they handle things fine, like we're fine. And as I'm getting older and, studying a lot, it was not. It was really, really, I hid a lot of things because I was protecting the older generation. And this is what's pissing me off lately that I have realized about families in general. Kids, I think in the Gen X generation, we care more about impressing and pleasing our parents than we do about raising good children. And I'm not saying I don't know about you guys, but there's a lot of people in my generation that try to work hard to make their parents proud. And in that, they are losing their kids. Like, the kids are just doing whatever, and the parents don't care about the kids. They care about their parents' approval, and that's pissing me off.
Yes.
I had a long talk with my father about that because I thought my father was doing that too. He grew up. He lost his father at a young age. And I thought a lot of his absence in my life was because he was working so hard to please his father, who was dead, instead of paying attention to his kids. And I lost out a lot from that. And we just had the talk the other night.
I think a lot of people, not just their parents, they're looking for that approval, but just society and the people around them, to keep up that image, or
keep up with the Joneses.
Keeping, giving a shit what other people think about them.
Yeah, I'm saying unless my parents are sick or ill, screw them. My focus is on my child. I do not have to make my child proud. I need to take care of him, and that's my job. I'm not trying to work for my parents' approval. I'm not trying to work for my kids' approval. I am just going to be myself and try my best to make sure my kid doesn't grow up in a traumatic environment.
That's the difficult part these days.
Because I'm knowing myself. I know how much I effed up already.
We all did.
Yes, we all did. No such thing as a perfect parent. But realizing your bias, critical thinking, we never covered that a couple of weeks ago. But that's what critical thinking means, though. It means understanding your bias and your constant self-justification and constantly preaching something, but you don't practice it, but you got a little justification to make it go.
Tough. It's tough to do, isn't it?
It's very hard. And I feel physical pain. You feel it like physically.
Oh, yes, I have. Yeah. But you know what? You're right. It is easy to stand on the outside looking in to someone else and see. I think a lot of times it's not people trying to be judgy, but like I've looked at something and gone, it's probably not a good idea to do that. I know that because I've done that and it didn't turn out well. You know what I mean? And it's not like you're trying to criticize them. You're just like, oh, I don't want to see you go through that. You know?
Yes.
You don't have to take my advice, but please just think about, whatever the situation may be. But you don't want to see people, I don't want to see people make mistakes that I have personally made, whether it be kids or work or anything you can think of in life. I hate people having to suffer through something that I've suffered through. Honestly, like people I don't even like. I don't want to see them go through that stuff. I don't like to see people go through things that are uncomfortable. Sometimes you need it, I suppose, for a lesson, myself included. I've had some hard lessons in life. And you just try to learn from them, And I think when you can admit that you've screwed up, karma might come to get you regardless, but damn, if you can learn from it.
I think the best thing we can do for our kids is tell them we were wrong, apologize, and let their feelings be validated. Because I'm going to tell you, after my last visit home back in Rhode Island, I don't think I am never going to see my mother again because of my eyes have been opened.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's tough.
It's very tough, but my focus is not taking care of my mom's feelings. My focus is taking care of my son's health and wellness and mental health growing up. Her husband went off on my kid for no reason. He has this like explosive disorder. And she's always covering up for him, even through family dinners and family. Nobody likes him, but it's her husband, blah, blah, blah. And he went off on my son for no reason because of his disorder. And if my mom didn't protect me when I was a kid, and she's not protecting her freaking grandson, and she's too weak to do that, done. I'm out.
Wow. That's intense.
I'm sorry. We're supposed to be a fun show. Damn it. I don't know. I'm being open here. I'm kind of vulnerable because I think our audience, I think people in the chat
they know us. Well, and that's the thing is, like I told Rusty, you're only looking at the chats. You're not there's how many people out there listening on every other platform that aren't watching anything, there's a lot. But hey, you know what? It's all good. We're human, right?
Yes.
We're all human. That's the thing is sometimes, and none of us are stars. Hello. We're not, whatever. But we are all human. We all have issues.
And to recognize that there are things that are human nature, but true character is knowing your flaws.
Oh, I know I have flaws. I could start naming them, but y'all don't have all night. So
I already have your list, so it's all good.
Yeah. Write another one. Hold on.
Rusty has like one, maybe two. I don't know.
I don't know.
Rusty.
Hey.
Yes.
How you doing?
You're super quiet.
I'm sorry. I've got family issues.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Alrighty.
We love you.
You know what? The world is honestly, I guess the world is a delicate place. And it's funny that we got on this conversation because I saw something on Facebook today. I wrote this down. It's a quote. I had no idea, Melissa. I promised the world I had no idea Melissa was going to bring up this subject that we just spend a half hour on. The quote is, isn't it strange that we talk least about the things we think about most? Charles Lindbergh.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? Who knew?
He had a baby.
What?
No, the Lindbergh baby. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. But I wrote that down. It is kind of strange that
it's because we're not comfortable being vulnerable. The things we think about most is
Some people.
sacred to us, and to be honest and vulnerable, especially in a public setting, or even to someone who claims to love you, that is difficult.
I don't know. It's feelings, and it's tough sometimes, and we're all human, and you know what? We can't criticize. We can just forgive. That's the hard thing to do, to give grace, right? I love you guys. I love everybody. That's the hard thing to do sometimes. All right, guys. Stick around for some laughs. Oh, we got cut short on that one.
Don't look at my beaver.
Yeah. Jeez. Where? All right. Where was that other? I did have something here. How dare this guy? Yes, it was definitely a time for a breather.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I hate to have to go.
Gotta go?
Yeah, I have to go. Thank y'all for watching, and
Rusty, we love you, man. We hope everything, under the circumstances, just do what you gotta do, brother.
yeah.
She'll be surprised. Okay, now I gotta check OBS here. We're gonna, whoa. Fix. Sorry for the adjustment, folks. Adjusting. Almost there. It's not where I want it. Who's getting dizzy? Close enough. All right. Coming in hot. Oh my goodness, folks. Sometimes we just get a little too, I don't want to say we get a little too serious on this show, but life happens, and like you said, when things go not so well for people, maybe it's just one of the hardest things we do is give other people grace in something they're dealing with. Maybe we have no idea what other people are dealing with, and it could be honestly as simple as every cashier at Walmart is having a shitty day. Who am I to judge? I don't know. Let's be honest. I don't have the answers, but if maybe we could just be. I say this looking back to, apparently it was written all over my face at Walmart last night, and I wasn't trying to hide anything, but I wasn't thinking about anybody else except for myself, us getting out of the store. But I know everyone else has things that they're dealing with. Like I said, the hardest thing to do is just give grace. So anyway, you're back.
Yes, of course.
Good. Rusty had to go.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, it sucks. He's got some family stuff going on. And if you guys could please think and maybe say some prayers for Rusty and his family. They've suffered a loss. So, and I guess it was just this evening. So we don't know everything, but if you could, please, wish them well and may God bless him and his family. So
For sure. Yes.
You have you had any science bitch things happen lately? She's like, nope, I got nothing.
Oh my gosh. So many science things. Holy crap.
You know,
Yeah, there's so many things going on. So, Elon Musk, not Tesla. Crap.
that other guy. I don't know.
No, it's
Jeff
Elon
Bezos?
Musk. It's Elon Musk. But so he developed a robot to be the new, kinder, gentler robot.
What?
Yeah, it's super expensive. So I saw. So
Not
the
like an
morning,
AI thing?
so the Morning Mojo the other day had like the Amazon robot, but Elon Musk has developed SpaceX. SpaceX is a SpaceX robot, and I remember he was really opposed to AI because of the implications it could have on humanity. Blah blah blah. He was really against it, but he developed this, and it's supposed to be a weaker version of a human.
I just have to say, I want to interrupt because it's relevant.
Okay.
Moonfall.
Oh.
We're gonna go back to Moonfall.
There
the
are
movie.
robots in there?
No, just AI, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not all. Look, some people are gonna jump in on, I don't know, conspiracies and go down rabbit holes when they see this movie and go, oh yeah, that's real, whatever. I don't know. But AI, it was a very good movie. I was entertaining. I shouldn't say it was very good. I liked it. It had a lot to think about. So we'll just leave it at that.
so when it comes to AI though, don't we all? I don't know. I don't. So the very definition of it is Alexa AI is Hey
Artificial
Google.
intelligence. Yes.
Because I got it all over but the AI in here I have is Samuel L. Jackson, and it is hilarious. But
Yeah,
whenever
that
I
is funny when you can get your artificial intelligence in your house to swear at you on purpose.
I know. Whenever if I rarely buy stuff anymore, like with Amazon, but when I do, he gives me an alert, and he's like, "Melissa, your package was delivered. Go to your effing mailbox."
He says that? Really?
Yeah. Or if I say set a timer for 20 minutes, and he's like, "This better be effing good, because I need my beauty rest."
What? No way. He does not. Okay, Bobby, I hope you're still listening. You can get rid of Alexa, and you can put someone else in there that's, I don't know, funny.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but hey, Samuel, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Lights, camera, motherfucking action.
Whoa! Oh my gosh! Look, Samuel L. Jackson swore on Mojo 50. It was not
It was
Melissa
not.
or myself. Hey, look, the host can swear all they want. Not all they want, but
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Lights,
Hey,
camera,
Samuel,
action.
you owe me $25.
So you were trying to stop.
What did he say?
Working out for me.
He's saying I'm trying to scam him.
You know what? There will come a time, right, that like beyond Alexa or Siri or whatever, it's going to be like the Jetsons, right? We're going to have Rosie the robot.
I wish. I want Rosie
Cleaning-
the robot.
Look, if Alexa can't get off her ass and make me a sandwich, I don't think she's useful. You're Alexa, make me a sandwich. Yes. I don't know. Why not?
It was really weird. A couple of years ago, I was trying to introduce my son to some of our old cartoons, like Woody the Woodpecker, the Flintstones, and the Jetsons came up, and
I love the
and
Jetsons.
Elroy had a watch, he had a watch and it had a square screen, and he was calling his parents on it.
Okay, so now you're right.
That's
I do. I want to go back
crazy.
and watch the Jetsons because maybe we should do that. Should we all? That should be our task to go back and watch the Jetsons, and we can talk about it on the show.
Yeah.
We have listeners out there who might not know who the Jetsons are. I might be dating one. I'm just saying. I don't know if Bobby knows who the Jetsons are. It's a good cartoon. I watched it all the time.
I did
And
too.
how funny is it that it's a lot of this is coming true.
So it's really cool. When we were kids, like the Gen Xers, we had these cartoons. We had Flintstones that were prehistoric, and then we had Jetsons that were futuristic.
Yeah.
So we kind of had these ideas, and I think that's the reason why some people are pissed off that we don't have flying cars yet, because that's what the Jetsons were. But some of the technology that it had in their futuristic world, we do have now, but we don't have. I mean, we have drones and stuff that can do a lot of things, and I'm sure flying cars are being tested, and I'm sure there's those rocket packs like that guy in New York was.
They're doing it on Navy ships now.
Oh yeah. Oh, Timmy the Pilot, the Road Runner.
Oh, I love Roadrunner Coyote, Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show.
Oh, the Anvils and Acme, and
I know.
yeah, and being able
I
to
just-
draw a train tunnel in a
Yes,
massive
in a
rock.
I just saw, I think it was a meme on Facebook that said we had Sesame Street to teach us how to be nice and to people and everything.
Yeah.
But we also had the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show to how to hurt people,
Wow.
right? All in the same time.
Yes.
But what did we end up with? A world that's all about you have to be nice and of everybody's feelings, and
Well, it is nice to be
Yes.
good of everybody's feelings. It's
Yes.
just that we should be respectful of our other people's feelings, but we don't have to adopt their thoughts. We don't have to
Right.
adopt their values.
I don't
We
have.
have, and they don't have to adopt ours. Like we
Nope.
have a certain set of values.
No. I can respect the fact that you don't agree with me.
And it goes both
I'm
ways.
cool with that. Yeah. I'm cool with you not agreeing with me. As long as you're cool that I don't agree with you. Mm-hmm. It should go both ways. But in today's America, it doesn't work like that.
No, the lowest
Yeah.
common denominator or whatever is the winner. The most oppressed is
Only in the
winner.
media's eyes. And the media creates those situations. Because if it weren't for the media, they would not be able to cherry pick out a group of, do I want to say a group of individuals? That's kind of contradictory, but I think you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying, right?
Oh, tribalism. We have
Groups of peoples, who they think are victimized, and then bring them to the top and treat them special instead of equal.
And that's a problem when you treat
is a problem.
people that are special. This goes back to parenting too. When you treat people that are
Absolutely.
special, then they turn into being entitled.
Yes, because there's nothing worse than an entitled person.
Thank you, Jamie. Jamie Christopher. Mary Tyler
Mama
Moore. Mary Tyler Moore show.
Okay, I don't. I remember it, but I didn't watch it a lot, so I guess I can't speak to the show.
I did. It was when I think of it in my head, it's just such a period piece to where when I think of the intro, it really brings me back to the 70s and Lou and I don't know. It was just a really fun show that I think about. Just like when we were talking about The Notebook, it reminded me of James Garner, which brought me back to the Rockford Files. So that brings back when me and Dad used to watch TV. I don't know if Mom and Dad were still married or divorced, but it was like dad time, like dad TV time. Most of our time was always spent outdoors doing something, but it was like relaxing. Or maybe I had the chicken pox and Dad came over and he would change the channel and we just watch Rockford Files. So some of these old shows and old cartoons really just bring back part of my personal or cultural history, and it's pretty fun. Yeah, Jamie, Lou said what was on his mind. Lou Grant, I think. Was that his name? Lou Grant?
No.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. And Timmy the Pilot's bringing up the old Godzilla movies and all the old movies. That's one of the reasons why I don't know if you've ever watched it, Sean, but Mystery Science Theater.
Not my thing.
Oh my God.
Nope, never watched any of it. It's to me, okay. I don't want to sit, and I've been guilty, and I know who I already know as soon as I say this.
Creature double feature.
Be like, oh, you talk during a damn movie. You just be quiet over there. But a full-on conversation about the movie, it's like I can't watch because I want to watch what's on the screen. I don't want to watch people talking about the movie that's going on, and that's the entertainment. I don't.
Well,
get that.
they're making fun of it, and that's what you're making fun of their clothes or how
I've never
stupid
seen the movie.
Yeah, if the movies aren't good. That's why.
Then why would I watch
there.
it?
So
why would I even watch someone make fun of something that sucks?
Erica, Creature double feature. I think that's a geographical thing. WGBH, I think it was. Creature double feature was on Saturdays, and they were horrible sci-fi movies. Like the animatronics or graphics, whatever you want to call it, were horrible. But so horrible, and I think that's why Mystery Science Theater gained traction, because the movies were so bad, and you have these people making fun of it. And I think it could have been any three things. It didn't have to be like two aliens and an astronaut. It could have been, two rednecks and a waitress or something. Anybody could have done it, but I just think it was I don't know, because some of those movies I do remember. Some of those movies I did watch as a kid, and I just thought they said things that I thought as a kid, but I didn't have the words to say them.
There's a lot of shows out there that since getting what do they call it? The smart television, you can watch TV off your apps and all this, to where I've seen old like sitcoms and stuff pop up. And I want to go back and watch some of them, this lately I've started to watch a couple series.
I know.
Right?
It's so out of character for you, but I'm excited for you.
And it's her fault. And
Yeah,
it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Thank you, Bobby.
It's Bobby's fault. And thank you, because I've been enjoying it and I appreciate it. And even so yesterday I think maybe Friday, whatever it was, I started watching Reacher. It's a new series.
I want to watch that. I saw an interview with the guy that plays it. So
yeah,
I kind of avoided it because Tom Cruise did the movie.
I know. I think Tom Cruise is a much better fit, and I'm not going to give anything away by what I say. I like the concept of the show. I like it. What I don't like is how, as a matter of fact, he is. And if I say much more than that, it'll give it away.
No, it's fine. You can. I'm dying to watch it, but I don't think you're going to give anything away by describing his personality.
No. I just watched the whole first season. Actually, Willie, I went to pick up Willie today, and he was watching it when I walked in the door. And I'm like,
cool.
Oh, cool. And it's got a couple nude scenes in it. But
Stop.
What?
The 10-minute timer went off.
What did he say to you?
No, it just started beeping, and I
thought maybe Samuel L. Jackson would be like, "Bitch, it's time."
I say that for later. Yeah, that's in my spank bank.
Oh,
but anyway, with the Reacher, when I listened to the guy that played it,
Alan Ritchson.
he had to read all of the books, and I guess he's not like what you would call like a avid reader of novels, and he went through and I guess he read them in record time because they were so good. And he said one thing about the movie that Tom Cruise was in, he said it did not do Reacher justice. He was happy that he could, I guess it's one season per book or one episode per. I don't know what it was, but he said
one scenario is a season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say that unless it's just how they wanted the character, I don't think he's that great of an actor.
Oh,
Because
really?
Yeah, and maybe that's what I'm talking about. He's so as a matter of fact.
Oh, is
like
he
he'll-
like kind of empty?
No, but like he's like there's evidence or whatever, and he's like, oh well, this, blah 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 blah, and that's it. There's no timing. There's no.
Oh, like his flow is off. He's
Yeah,
like too
I don't know.
Dr. Spock, maybe.
And there's never any. Well, it could be. I can see it. This happen. No, it's just this, and this. So that's just what it is. What are you, like a fortune teller? It's okay. I get it. You have had a lot of experience in your field, but you could be wrong. You're human, but that's not how it's portrayed. So
He sounds a little Dr. Spockish then. Maybe not that extreme, but
yeah, right. But I get what
empty.
you're saying.
Hey, Klopp, John Klopp. There's an MST3K Twitch channel.
I'm sorry.
No, that interests me.
It's not a. The one
I need
that
to laugh. I really need some comedy in my life right now. So if you can recommend something funny, anybody recommend something funny to me because I need it.
that's actually I was going to ask if there's anybody, and if there anyone, and see, not everybody's taste is the same. I get it. Right?
There's some. Okay, you and I have very different tastes in some things, but
We do.
you were the
Like-
one that introduced me to Bill Burr, and I
Oh,
am
he's
in
hilarious.
love. I love that guy. Like,
Yes,
he
he
needs
is
another special.
hardcore.
I miss Louis C.K. I don't think he's had another special lately, but I would also like a funny sitcom. Like, there's a lot of great
They don't make
shows
them
out
anymore.
there, but there's none that really.
They're not allowed to. It's you
Yeah,
can't.
that's true.
How hard is it to make an actual situation comedy when you're forcing everything to be woke? You cannot force situational comedy to me.
No,
It's
you
not
can't.
possible.
But it has to. But it has to agree with the zeitgeist. It has to agree with the culture. It has to agree what's going on. Otherwise, people aren't going to watch it.
Well, okay, fair enough. Let's go with that. I don't think woke is the culture right now. It's a
Concept.
pseudo culture.
It's a
That's what they want the culture to be.
It's
It's
a-
not reality
It's a concept.
that they want,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not. It's not going to work if they shove that shit down my throat. And I said my. So, this is. I go back to Yellowstone. I go back to.
Okay,
what
I
did-
can't remember who was it. Jamie or Rocky? It was one of the cool chicks in the room. Oh, they said something this week about a comedy. It has something to do with an alien, but everybody said it was really like genuinely funny. Please tell me what it is in the chat. But I heard it was like genuinely funny. Like one of the new things that we've been missing for years.
Well, hopefully someone will answer you there. But it takes me back to, and this by no means is for everyone, but it takes me back to why Yellowstone, the series, is so popular right now, because it's not woke. And this is obviously my opinion.
It's real.
It's not. It's yeah. The situations necessarily aren't real, but look, this is how people act sometimes. A lot of times, maybe even most of the time. They get in fights. They call people names. They're not looking to bow down to everyone's feelings. Son of a bitch! I started.
Beth and Rip are so real.
Yeah,
I
Have you
don't mean
watched any of-
I don't mean as a couple, but I mean their individual characters, their stories.
Yeah,
It
it is.
breaks my heart, but I can also identify, I guess, with each of them.
Have you watched any of 1883 yet?
I have. I don't know if there's a new episode out. I think I've only seen a couple of episodes of 1883.
There's 6 out.
Holy crap! I need to go.
Well,
check.
they may have released one tonight. I don't know. It's supposed to be Sundays, I think. But I think last time they went a couple weeks without releasing one or something. I'm
Yeah,
not sure. But Night Say says Resident Alien.
that's it. Nice. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
I
let
don't
me
know.
write that down.
I don't know what that
Son of
is.
a
Is that
bitch.
supposed to be something funny?
Yeah, it's supposed to be funny. I guess he's a alien and he's a resident.
is okay. And where do we find this at? Bobby, are you
Nights,
still listening? You make me write this down. I don't know.
Timmy, I know Jeff
turned out.
Dunham is hilarious. I'm just looking for something new. Like if any of these comedians y'all are recommending they put something out new, because I've checked out Louis C.K., Bill Burr. Like I've already seen their stuff, and they need to. One of my outlets, like during the week, is Adam Carolla. Not all of his shows are funny, but he's deep and funny. But some of his he had a guest on, I think it was Thursday, made me laugh so hard, but also made me think. Like I felt like this guy was my spirit animal, because he's also doing, you know how I'm in this paradigm shift and I'm starting critical think and questioning everything that I've always thought, like being not, oh God, I can't explain it. But it's like, instead of being so solid in my thoughts, like everything I believe from the time I was a little kid is the same thing. Like every time I get a new piece of information, I change and I accept it, instead of being resolute and being so.
How do you discern which information is absolute? Because to me, just because I get a new piece of information doesn't mean it's true.
No.
There's a discernment factor there.
Right.
So it's not necessarily going to change me just because I heard it.
No, it doesn't. No. Not just because I heard it, but it makes me think, and then I explore,
sure.
and then I research, and then I decide. I am trying to be definitely not 100%. I try to see what my bias is when I receive this information. A lot. Okay, for example, this week, two things happened. Okay, we have the Joe Rogan thing, and then we also have the Whoopi Goldberg thing. And I actually did, and I told you all last week I wasn't watching The View, and I lied, because Monday I watched it not on purpose, but I had ABC on already, and I heard Whoopi Goldberg say it live about how the Holocaust wasn't racial or whatever. So there's things like that. And then I automatically have my bias, and I check. Same thing with the Joe Rogan. But then when I hear other things, as far as when it comes to vaccine, when it comes to Dr. Fauci, when it comes to any other pop culture thing, it challenges me. So then I do the research. But some things, like when it comes to Whoopi Goldberg or Joe Rogan, there is no research. You just have to have an opinion.
Sure.
You got to have an opinion about that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to certain, sciencey things or whatever, then there's the research. Then there's a method to do the research. It's called PICO, P-I-C-O, where you find the primary resource. Anyway, super boring, but that's what I do. But I am willing to change my opinion, my thoughts, and my view based on new information. I'm not always going to be resolute and stand in one position just because I'm justifying myself. And just because that's
we'd never learn anything or grow if we only stood on what we believe in, period. Because
because that's more comfortable. It's more comfortable to stay there.
Yeah, but what I believe might not be true, and I can learn something. That doesn't mean I can't have standards to uphold in my beliefs. And by all means, anybody, with everyone, you have to be able to discern. I don't know. I still don't trust. I don't care where it comes from. Honestly, I don't know if I trust anything at this point for information, and I don't care where it comes from at this point, because anything can be manipulated.
Well, that's our society, though, because we do, but that's the beauty of our society. Also, we have free speech. We have the First Amendment. People can say things. Okay, here's the not so beautiful part: is people can say things that aren't true. They can just say it, and we believe it. just
online.
because I said it. If so, and I said this a couple of months ago, whoever speaks the loudest is who we listen to. And that shouldn't be true.
It's not for me, but
No.
yeah.
Well, okay, Joe Rogan speaks the loudest because he has the most popular podcast and the most listeners.
Wow.
So whether or not he, because I used to listen to him all the time. I haven't because I have other things I listen to instead. Is he right because he is the loudest? Donald Trump is the loudest. He can say whatever he wants.
Yeah, now,
Joe
he can't.
Biden can say whatever he wants. Like, people could say whatever they want. We have that freedom here. So that gives the people, the American people, the responsibility.
He's not the loudest. by
But
the way.
trust, but verify. The words of Reagan: trust, but verify. And that's on the
can't
shoulders of
be-
all of us.
You cannot be the loudest if you're being shut down, though.
Who's being
And if
shut
you're being
down?
shut, lots of people.
Yeah.
No, that's
we
people.
we live in cancel culture, but that's also their right too.
And on that note,
That goes with
we're
freedom
out.
of speech.
So
I know this was a hilarious show. Like, my stomach hurts from laughing so hard. Holy crap!
Oh, you know what? I don't believe you. Wow, we went from deep shit to deep shit. Whatever, guys. Thanks for
Sorry,
joining
guys.
us. We'll see you next week. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We might take the week off. I don't know. There's a Super Bowl. I don't care, but, some might. Guys, we love you.
Love you guys.
Peace out. See ya.
Prayers for Rusty.
Yes, prayers for Rusty.